Today with the folks from ICTC, our conversation brought to you by Marcus & Mack, a law firm representing injured people. Mike McDermott is the director of ICTC, and Melanie Brubaker is with us as well, the digital communications instructor. And, well, good morning to both of you.
Good morning.
Good morning.
It's good to have you with us on the air today. Mike, the new year is underway. We've talked with you in the lead up to it. Tell me how it's gone so far.
Well, at ICTC, we couldn't be more pleased with the opening of school. Our sending schools, all the schools in Indiana County have done an outstanding job of making sure the students are able to attend ICTC on a daily basis. We're able to maintain our social distancing and follow the guidelines within our program areas. Our students have come back in an enthusiastic manner, and they're ready to move forward in the school year. So quite honestly, we're off to a great start, and we hope it continues.
Well, every school district has had to do some special things in order to make the building safe and follow all of the protocols. At ICTC, even more so because you're such a hands-on thing. I mean, it's vocational education is something that requires multiple people doing multiple things in person, hands-on. It's all about that, and you've been able to do it. You were telling me some pretty neat little tricks that you found in order to make the building safe and to keep everybody confident. And that confidence is pretty important, isn't it?
Absolutely. I mean, first of all, for the parents, they have to have confidence in our instructional model. And they've all chosen, the students and the parents have made a choice to come to ICTC. So we value that. Everything we do is with the purpose of helping our students attain industry skills and knowledge, so that way when they leave our doors, whatever their next step is, they're thoroughly prepared, whether that be for employment or for post-secondary education. And in order to do that in this COVID environment, we've had to take a number of safeguards. But again, the students came back enthusiastically. They're following all of our protocols and guidelines. So again, our instruction is underway, and we've hit the ground running.
With a public school program such as our Indiana area school district folks, they know what their enrollment's going to be from year to year. Yours is not quite as assured, and one might think that with the COVID-19 that, let's put it this way. We're wondering, what's enrollment like among the student population at ICTC this fall?
Well, thankfully, we're growing. Each year, since I've been here, and I'm going on my entering into my 9th year, each year, the enrollment at ICTC has slightly increased. And over this past year, despite having some restrictions, our enrollment again increased. We're up over 500 students, and that's grades 10 through 12. So that there is interest out there in the community. The programs that we offer have true value. The parents and the students recognize that. And we're able to provide a quality education and have students come here and learn industry skills, and they'll have with them for a lifetime.
That's great news. Has that translated as well to adult ed?
Yes, our adult ed programs, again, despite the conditions, in our adult cosmetology, we've seen an increase in our class enrollment. Our practical nursing programs, we have a program here in Indiana and satellites in Steel Center and Connellsville. And in fact, in Steel Center and Connellsville, we have enough enrollment to run 2 classes. And we're hoping to open our first class up in Clarion County Career and Technology Center in January.
That's wonderful news. That's tremendous. Melanie Brubaker, digital communications instructor at ICTC, we didn't know how this was going to go. I didn't know how this was going to go, but on Friday when we did our Heritage Conference Game of the Week on U92, it was at Marion Center, and we had the Salzburg Trojans visiting, And we have gotten our digital going, and games now available to watch in addition to listening on the radio. And we couldn't do it without you and your department. ICTC and Renda Broadcasting have gotten together, and this is pretty unique, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a really exciting relationship. I think our kids are excited to help out and at their sending schools, and they can actually use the skills that they learn here for hands-on, applicable real-world experience. So it's been really unique and very beneficial for them.
All right, so tell us exactly what the kids are doing.
Well, for right now, we're supplementing with camera operation. So our kids are actually running the cameras during the games for right now.
Mm-hmm. I was watching yesterday a replay of that Marion Center Salzburg game, and I was so impressed with the way that the kids frame the shot, get themselves into position, and it's not an easy thing, especially if somebody's doing it for the first time, to cover a football game. There's a lot of movement going on, but they did fantastic.
Oh, it's a great learning experience for them, that's for sure. And, we really, really strive to help out our community. We love taking opportunities like this. So this is something that, we really enjoy, and we're very grateful to have the opportunity to do it with Renda.
How many kids have signed on?
Last week we had 3 volunteers. This week we are going to volunteer at both Salzburg and the Homer game.
Oh.
So we should have 2 at each.
Oh, that'll be terrific. That'll be terrific. And you're right. That type of experience is something that ICTC strives for. When we talk with Keith McCracken, when we talk with others about actually getting out into where the action happens in the real world, it's invaluable, isn't it?
Right. It definitely is.
Yeah, terrific. So we've got a couple of kids that are working cameras right now, but it's your department is more than just that, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. So our program of study really revolves around kind of a digital marketing. It's related a lot to communications media. So our kids will learn different tasks in video production, web design, marketing, photography, obviously. So, yeah, they have a very broad background.
In today's day and age, being such a digital age, and with YouTube out there and kids being so comfortable in that environment, they probably bring a pretty nice set of skills, much more even than 5 or 10 years ago. A child might have come into the school district, and you would have probably had to have spent a lot more time getting the fundamentals down. I would guess that a bunch of them already have those parts.
Well, they're definitely technologically savvy today. So the theory goes a long way behind it, though. So like the fundamentals of the theory end. So they come in with a good broad base of knowledge, but they leave with what they need to enter the professional workforce.
Yeah, and they're not intimidated by it at all.
No.
Certainly not today. Mike McDermott, let's talk a little bit more with you about not only the digital communications department, but all of the departments at ICTC and those opportunities you strive for to get real-world experience for your students.
Absolutely, Todd, especially now during some of the restrictions that we have with school attendance and so forth. We're looking for hands-on projects that the students can be involved in that we can do right here at ICTC. For example, our carpentry area is working with a local group to make plyometric boards for them. Mm-hmm. And also working with the local state police in Camp Cadet and making a shed that they can use during Camp Cadet. And even though those needs are down the road, we're doing them now because, obviously the students are here. We're looking for hands-on experience and hands-on projects. And in all of our program areas, our masonry program is going to take on to do a little concrete work outside our building. Our collision repair is up and running, and our automotive. So all of our programs, again, are hitting the ground running, and we're always looking for ways in which we can serve our community and do it in a manner that we can involve the students, show them the value of getting involved with the community work, and then obviously putting their skills that they learn here at ICTC to use in a real-world setting.
Well, I miss the fact that I don't get my students or my folks from ICTC in the studio right now, because I was doing my absolute best to give the students in the culinary department real hands-on experience, real life experience making me food, and they were tremendous at it.
Yeah, I know that we have a fan down at the Renda Broadcasting of our culinary, especially our morning treats that our culinary students like to prepare. So Todd, I'll mention that to our chef, and the next opportunity, maybe we can drop off a little surprise.
Look at me blatantly begging on the air. That's terrible. It's just absolutely terrible. Mike, Melanie, it's been so good to have both of you with us here today. ICTC's rolling strong here in this 2020 school year.
And again, we hope it continues. We want to provide that hands-on experience for the students that they can only receive when they're here in person at the ICTC. Thank you so much.
My pleasure. Thank you both. Have a great day.
You too.
Day.